So when you going in for that apprehension on an aggressive shoplifter and you still a hands-on company, the first thing you got to do is go hands-on first. You got to set the tone right off the bat that y'all got the authority, that y'all got the power to make moves like that. And y'all got to wrap them up as soon as they pass all final points of sale. You can't play with them. You feel me? Make sure you're doing it safely. Make sure you're doing it where, people can't get hurt. But you got to wrap their ass up the moment they pass all final points of sale. Especially if you still a hands-on company, you got to send the message that y'all are one of the few companies that is still hands-on, and that whoop-ass policy can take an effect any minute, at any minute, when somebody act out of line, when somebody get out of control, whether they shoplifting, whether they being a irate customer, you feel me? It could go down whenever they feel like they want the smoke. So you got to set the tone and you got to send that message if you're a hands-on company. You got to. So when you are dealing with an aggressive shoplifter, once you make that an approach, you have to be on the lookout for certain things so you don't get blindsided, because there's been plenty times people done got blindsided because they just going in for the apprehension and they not paying attention to their surroundings. So what you got to do is when you go in for that apprehension, you need to be alert when you're in that vestibule or wherever you apprehending them at. You need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be on the lookout for people that might be working with the shoplifter, because there is people that they designate to make sure that we don't make that apprehension. And they'll be waiting wherever they walking out of, whether it's in a vestibule, by a fire exit, outside by the curb. They got people that is designated to make sure that we don't make that apprehension. And they'll do that by fighting us, cussing us out, pulling out mace, pulling out a knife, pulling out a gun, whatever it is they got to do to make sure that we don't make that apprehension, they gonna do. Gotta be alert when you're going after these aggressive shoplifters, because the mindset of a shoplifter that comes into the store with the mindset of getting out by any means necessary, that means if they gotta fucking fight you, stab you, poke you, shoot you, sometimes that's what they will do to get away. And a lot of them, they can't go back to where they stand empty-handed. So that pressure is on both sides of the ball. They can't get caught and they can't go back to wherever they live in empty-handed. You feel me? So a lot of them is like in a do or die situation when it comes to the mental state. And so going in for that apprehension, you got to be mindful of that this person might be willing to do any and everything to get out this apprehension. So if I'm going to go hands on, I got to make sure that nothing outside of what's supposed to happen. When I go hands on, I'm physically detaining them. When I go hands on, I'm setting the tone. You're not gonna be able to do nothing. You're not gonna be able to reach for shit. None of that. We're going back to the office. I'm gonna handcuff you. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about whatever we need to talk about once we get in the office. But for right now, I got to make sure everybody's safety is good. You feel me? So if I know you're going to, act out or things is going to go left when I make that apprehension, I'm going hands on. We'll talk once we get in the office. You feel me? They advise us not to have conversations out in the open anyway. Wait until we get in the office. So we can do all the talking once we get in the office. But um, just understanding the mental of some of these people that you are going to be making apprehensions on kind of helps you prepare on what to do, what to expect, so you could better prepare yourself and your team on how you want to make this apprehension. Whether you want to bring, additional people, whether you want to call, off duty, or you want to, get police up there to help you out, back you up. You know what I'm saying? This type of stuff, this type of information, will help you prepare you for these type of people. If they get rid of food stamps, man, y'all, if y'all ain't never seen a push out, y'all gonna start seeing push outs. Grocery department is gonna become a high theft department. It's already a go-to department, but like if food stamps go away, there will be a lot of push outs on grocery. I can promise you that. So y'all better gear up, man up right now, get prepared because the push outs are on the way. They get rid of food stamps, understand, they coming. They are coming. And there's people that don't give a fuck that is coming into your store and they're gonna push out and they're gonna be willing to fight you over that cart of groceries. I promise you. Those ones are gonna be in the crowd. There's gonna be some that'll lead a basket. There's gonna be some that's gonna be willing to fight your ass over that unpaid cart of food, just so they can feed their family, feed their kids. You feel me? I promise you. So, if they're gonna get rid of food stamps, I suggest they bring back the hands-on policy real quick because they're not gonna be able to get rid of food stamps and then not be hands-on when it comes to shoplift like that. All stores is going to lose money. All stores is going to lose profit. There are going to be a lot of stores closing down. I can see it already. If they get rid of food stamps, it's going to shut the whole game down. I promise you. We got to turn the heat up. I promise you. We got to start now. Turn the heat up. Turn the heat up. Real talk. You hands-on company. I know Macy's. Somebody told me Winco. Shout outs to Winco, Macy's, the ones that are still hands-on because they not taking no shit from nobody. I don't care what the policies is. I don't care what you're going through. We still hands-on, full force. You feel me? Those are the companies that's gonna thrive. Those are the ones that's not gonna see as much theft when people know that they are hands-on and they allowed to go hands-on. People are more prone to going to places where they know they can easily get away. And if people have policies in place where we can't go hands-on, we can't touch them, even if we see them, they're gonna go to that store. That's an easy target, easy getaway, easy getaway. Plain and simple. So anyway, that's all I got for going after these people that are verbally aggressive, physically aggressive. You got to set the tone. When you go in for that apprehension, remember, be on the lookout for people that could be um, helping them in the vestibule. Be on the lookout for things that's going outside the store. If you're making that apprehension in the vestibule, look outside the store and look for a car that's parked right outside the door. That is a telltale sign that somebody is working with them. You feel me? So when you going in, make that apprehension, go hands on with them. Don't even fucking play around. Do not even play around. Hands on, walk to the office. Y'all talk about whatever needs to be talked about when y'all get inside the office. You feel me? It's just as simple as that. Now, if you're not hands on, you can still have a huge impact if you're not hands on. Because I did this at Walmart when we wasn't hands on and still had a huge impact. So when it comes to working for a company that's not hands on, you're going to have to be more verbal about it. That means you're going to have to be able to know how to talk to people. You feel me? So my best advice is just cut all the corporate bullshit lines they tell you to say and just be real with it. Just be real with it. Like, I've had more success in my apprehensions just being myself and talking to them like normal people than them bullshit ass lines they want us to tell them once we make the apprehension. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk to them just like I'm talking to one of my family members. You feel me? And I'm gonna just keep it real. Hey, you need to come with me to the office. I have you out in 5 minutes. You feel me? Just simple as that. Just keep it real. Keep it real. So it's all gonna come down to your verbal judo, communication, using that mouthpiece. If you don't know how to use your mouthpiece, you better learn, and you gonna learn quick. You feel me? But get out there, get your hands dirty. Now, with all that being said, I want to give a shout out to the Eagle family. Thanks for tapping in. All my APAs out there, happy hunting. Be aware, stand your ground, watch your surroundings at all times. It's your boy Eagle Eye Miller. Till next time, raw and unscripted.